Hi Sudheer, can you tell me about yourself?
Yeah, hi Rangaiah. So my name is Sudheer. So I have 10 years of experience in IT. Last 3 years onwards, I'm working in UiPath. And in this 3 years journey in UiPath, I work in multiple automation kind of things like so web automation, Windows automation, Excel automation, email automation. Okay, some of the projects I work is SAP automation also. Currently, in my current projects, I'm using the web automation and Excel automation.
Well, can you tell me about your current project?
Yeah, so my current project is like a locator. So this locator is an application, web application. So basically it is it will tell about the how many number of locations a customer existed. For example, if you take the KFC or McDonald's, so the McDonald's, how many locations in India or in Australia, in Chennai? Okay, so this is a tabular format available in the a website. In that, so it is if the India does not have any locations for that particular customer, so it will show the 0. Okay, so what the bots we created earlier, it is like it's a manual process. The human has to go to the multiple tabs and retrieve the information about the locations, and they have to create an Excel file for each and every country. In the Excel, it is like a 2 columns. One is a customer name and how many number of locations is a second column. So they have to ignore the 0 ones. So now we created the bot, and the bot will do, it's like daily basis. Daily it will go and check wherever the new locations are available. So those locations it will add into the Excel. But here, this Excel contains the different sheets. Each sheet is a one country name. For example, Australia, there is a one Excel sheet. The other one is a China, a Japan. So each sheet contains the 2 columns. One is a customer name and number of locations present. So this Excel data is coming from the web application. That is my current project, Ranga.
Okay. While running the bot in an orchestrator, suddenly we kill the job. What is the status of queue?
You were asking, so while running the job, someone click on the kill button from the jobs page.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that time, so what is the status of the queue? Okay, so if that is the case, if after robot gets the queue item, after running the get transaction item, if anyone click on the kill process in the jobs page, as it is already taken a queue item, so the status will convert into the in progress. Now, before setting the status into the success or fail, so user click on the jobs, right? In the kill button. In that case, it will go to the in progress only.
Okay. What is the difference between attached browser and Windows attached window?
Okay, so attach window is used to attaching the already opened Windows applications, like any Windows applications, MS Word or anything, and attach browser is used to attach the browsers like so Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox. So we have to set the browser type in the attach browser, and also not only that, so we can use an object, so browser object into the attached browser. So if you already opened a browser using the open browser, the output of the open browser is a browser object, and we can give the browser object to the attached browser. So without passing the selector, there's a 2 ways. So you can pass the selector, or you can just simply give the browser object. That is the difference between the attached browser and attached window.
Okay. What is the use of set transaction status workflow in Reframing?
Sorry,
what is the use of set transaction status working in RE framework?
Okay, got it. So in RE framework, so what is the use of the set transaction state workflow? You asked,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So in RE framework, there is a workflow called set transaction state state XAML. So there is a workflow under the framework folder. So the use of this is it will set the transaction status, whether it is a success or fail. If it is a fail, Oh, what is the exception? So business exception or system exception. So in the set transaction state XAML workflow, it has a three. It is having the some flow chart in that. So the first thing is a success. If the item is a success, then it will go to the success state. If it is an exception, it will go to the business exception or system exception. There is a two things. It will set the transaction status to the fail or success. If it is a fail, we have to mention what type of failure it is, whether it is a system exception or business exception. And also we have to mention the reason why it is a failed. Okay, this reason also we have to mention in that. Okay, not only that, so it has a mechanism of retrying a kind of thing. And also in the RE framework, there is a variable called transaction number. So the increment of the transaction number functionality is also available in the set transaction status XAML workflow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. What is the next immediate state when an exception occurred while opening the any application in init state?
Okay, so if any exception occurred in the init state, what is the next immediate state you are asking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if any exception occurred in the init state, say in the init state, so we have init all settings we are calling, and init all applications we are calling. So in the init all applications or anything, so in the init state, so while it is opening the application or some selectors issues come in the init state, if any exception occurred, that is a system exception, it will directly redirect to the next immediate state from the system init state is the final state. That is the end state basically.
Okay. What is the use of anchor base?
Okay, so normally we are just using the selectors if some activities or proper controls user UI elements so have a similar kind of properties. In that case, we are using this anchor base. It is like it's a corresponding nearest element. So with the help of the nearest element, we can able to identify that particular element. So it is like a care of address of that. So in the anchor base activity, there is a two parts. One is of anchor and another is the activity which we want to perform, whether it is a type into or a click activity or checkbox or get text, anything. But the first part is a find element we have to give. So we have to find the label, and once it find the label, the corresponding nearest element it will click or type. In the anchor base, there is an anchor position is also there. So if we don't know the positions, we can queue the auto. It will automatically search nearest one. Otherwise, if you know, so the anchor is at top, you can mention the top or bottom or left like that.
Okay. What is the use of private property in any activity?
Yeah, the private property in any activity in UI automations, we are using. We have each and every activity having the private property. Not only the UI automation, so in all the activities, many activities having the property called private. So if we check this private property, so it won't log the. It won't do any logs. It won't write any logs in the logs page. Okay. So normally, so the UiPath will log daily three log files in the whatever we are running from the studio or something from the robot. Okay. So but in UiPath, so if you just select that one, so it won't write the logs for that particular activity.
Okay. What is use of similar type?
Similar type is it will work in the background. So if you want to work that in the background, so we can use a simulate click, okay, or simulate type, and okay, and it will not okay. So if anything is not working in the foreground, so if it's a background, we have to execute. So we can just check that one. It will do in the background.
How to get numeric values from string?
Numeric values you can get from the string by using the reg expressions.
Okay. How to reverse string?
Reversing the string, there is a.
Can you share your screen?
You want me to share screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let me share my screen. You able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me, so what you're asking, Ranga? The question you are asking, reversing the string, right?
Yeah. So suppose I am asking a word, apple. I want to, you have to give me apple in reverse order.
Apple, okay.
Take any word.
Okay. Suppose robot. Okay. Yeah, this is one. So you want in the reverse order. So you
Yeah,
are
robot.
asking like this, or you, if I pass this value, so it has to come like a, right, like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we are using a for each activity, and in the for each activity, so we can just make this system.char character, and here in the values we can use the strrobot.toChar array, so that it will convert everything into the character array. So this is like a C character, and so okay, so let me just use that an array. So array is a system.array, not strings. Okay, let me create an array, char array. This character array of characters. Okay. So here array characters, array. So it will convert everything into the character array. Now I'm just taking the while loop. While loop. In the while loop, so we can just mention like a char array dot length. Okay, so let's take another operator. Length of char. So here is the length of character array. So here length of character array is greater than 0. So we can mention okay. Length of character array is an integer, so that we can convert it into the integer. And here, so length of character array equal to length of character array minus 1. So now we can just simply use a log message. It will just simply give the character array of length minus 1. Here the robot, and I can use like this, but we have to make this as in the string. So that's why I just simply create another string. So the output str, and the output str, we can make that output str is equal to empty. Output str equal to output str plus char array of length of string minus 1. Okay, now we will display the log message outside output string. Yeah, let me run. Now it will convert into the, yeah, see, this is a converted into the app. This is convert apple. So to just run the apple, so it will convert into the reverse order. So ELPPA. Okay, so if you just simply use a Sudheer, and it will convert into the reverse order. RESS. Okay. Is it fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next question, how to get yesterday date?
How to get?
How to get yesterday date?
Okay, it's yesterday's date. So we can get by using the now dot add days of -1. So this will give the yesterday's date. Yeah, this is currently today is the 26th, but here it is saying the 25th. Like
Okay.
this.
How to get last date of current month?
Oh, last date of the current month. Okay, so now date time dot days in month. So this datetime dot days in month will give the days in month is a method. Okay, so days in month is a method. In this, so we can give the years first and months next. So now dot years first, come now dot months next. This will give the last day of the month. So right now it is 31st of, right, 31st, with the February it will give the 28 like that. Okay. Here we can just hard code the values before one. Now dot month dot toString slash plus now dot year plus slash now dot year dot toString. Here also dot toString. It will give the exactly the last day of the month. Now it is July 17th. Okay.
Okay. Okay. What is the difference between array, list, dictionary?
Array, list, dictionary. Okay. Array is a set of basically this is a set of same type of data. The data type is same, but multiple values we can store in the array. And here we can't add the once you declare initialize the values, you can't able to add the new values. You can't able to remove the items from the specific things. Okay, so it does not have a more functionality like a sort and okay, so index at okay, item at in this particular index, these things are all not there. Even though it is a actually this is like a single data type, but we can use the multiple values. It's like a so one-dimensional array. So list is like a so it's also a one-dimensional array, a same data type, multiple values we can store. But here the facilities are there is a lot of features here in the list, so we can add the new values after declaring. Also, we can add any new values at this particular position of the array, or you can remove from the item, or you can select item at a particular position. Okay, you can get the sort by ascending order, descending order. But these two are the store the one-dimensional array. So, but here dictionary is like a key value pair. So normally we can store the key value pair. So what is the name of the person, age of the person, height of the person, and the education. These are all the properties. So you can declare the keys and the values. So to just store the key value pair combination, so we can use the dictionaries.
Okay. How do you get the transaction from queue?
To get the transaction item from the queue, so we are using get transaction item. Actually,
I'm asking get the transactions from the queue. You have to export that in Excel or anything.
Okay, so once you use the get transaction data, the get transaction item, it will the output of the get transaction is a queue item. So in the queue item, so object, the queue item object dot specific item. Specific content is a method. In the specific content, we have to mention the a field name. Suppose, for example, in the queue, so there is a age, name, class, and location. So if you want to get the location, so the object dot specific content bracket open location dot toString.
Okay. How will you convert string to date?
String to date, we can use a cdate.
Cdate.
Of STL. So what is the string? Cdate is a method, or you can use the convert dot to date.
Okay. How to get only current time without date? Current time.
Current time, so we can use now dot time in time of the day. So it will be only the current time with the hours, minutes, and seconds and ticks. 16 hours, 24 minutes, and 9 seconds, and these are all the ticks. Using the time of day.
Okay. How will you get the value from transaction item in queue?
Yeah, I said right. This is a get transaction item and a specific content method you can use.
Okay. My side interview is over. Can you ask me anything?
No, nothing. So nice talking to you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thanks. Have a nice day, Rangaiah. Bye.